We often say no man is above the law, although the U.S. Justice Department's current policy carves out an exception to that principle for one and only one person.
Well, after the Mueller report, some lefties are still not letting the whole Trump-Russia collusion fantasy die. One of them seems to be former Vice President Al Gore, who spoke at Harvard's commencement and suggested that President Trump is above the law.
Supporters of authoritarianism define loyalty to America's core principles as treason against its new would-be sovereign. This explains the appeal to would-be autocrats of multiple bromances with extreme authoritarians, at least one of whom in our current time has been allowed to sink his teeth into America's democratic electoral process and play with it like a chew toy.
Okay, so Gore was probably pretty proud at coming up with that metaphor, but how accurate is it really? Sure, you had the whole Russian troll farm accounts on social media, but one, not all of the info put out by those accounts was false, and two, it really boils down to whether consumers or big tech corporations are responsible for quality control of their news. I'd argue it's the consumer's responsibility, but hey, I'm totally cool with Facebook and Twitter taking the liability as long as they're regulated as publishers, which means bye-bye censoring conservatives.
We had a president who flouted the law, was hostile to norms, exploited division and hate. Our society and political dialogue were mired in tribalism and polarization.
That part was actually not even 2 minutes into his speech to the Harvard grads. And you've just got to ask yourself, who in their right mind, on a day of celebration, would want to subject themselves to a political diatribe, from the left or the right? And it's kind of scary to think that Generation Z, the Zoomers, might get actual pleasure out of listening to this kind of claptrap. Anyways, Trump and Russia weren't the only targets on Gore's list.
The scientists have told us we are putting 110 million tons of man-made heat-trapping global warming pollution into the sky every day as if it is an open sewer. And the accumulated quantity now traps as much extra heat energy every day as would be released by 500 Hiroshima-sized atomic bombs exploding every 24 hours. The largest sovereign wealth fund in the world in Norway, financed completely by oil and gas revenues, has started divesting from fossil fuels, and so should Harvard University.
That's right, it's Al Gore, so no speech would be complete without preaching about global warming and fossil fuels. And I'll just leave you with my favorite part.
So I'm here in response to your invitation, grateful for the opportunity to speak with you, but I am also here to recruit you.
Say what you want about the appropriateness of using college graduation to stuff your politics down someone's throat, at least he's upfront that this isn't a motivational speech, this is recruitment. For Campus Unmasked, I'm Rob Shimshock. If you like this video and support our mission, please make sure to comment and subscribe. If something happens on your campus and you'd like us to investigate, send us details using the form on campusunmasked.com.